Aidan O'Brien joins me after marvellous success of Lake Victoria. Back to where you want her to be. How effortless did it feel watching that?
Yeah, no, we were over the moon with her, Jess. Really, we felt that she would improve a lot from Newmarket. She was only ready to go racing, really, and we ran her. Ryan looked after her. She was only beaten a couple of lengths, so we knew there was a lot of improvement. Dean rides out every day, was delighted with her. Rachel rides in her work. Jamie and Trevor in charge of her, but they were all over the moon with her since the last day. And it doesn't always go perfect, but it did. And we always felt if it did go perfect, she would turn up a different filly today. Ryan gave her a beautiful ride today. He wasn't too far back. He wasn't in front. He was just behind the pace. When he wanted a gap, he had the speed to go through, and he was over the moon with her. Jess. So she's a very exceptional filly. Like when you see any filly at 2 can win over 6, 7 and a mile, all Group 1s travel to America. They have to be very different to do that. So she's very exciting. The plan was to come here, and if everything went well, she might go to the Coronation next. So if the lads are happy to do that, and everyone is happy at home and Ryan is happy, that's probably where she will go.
How difficult a decision was it to run her in the English 1000 Guineas? Because you weren't unsure about running her there, but was it always you felt like a stepping stone?
Yeah, it was always going to be. We were going to come here to the Curragh the day after for the Tassies, but they changed the distance of the Tassies to a mile. And if the Tassies was 7, we'd have came here. She'd obviously, it would have been easier for us. But we said if we were going to run her over a mile, she might as well go to England and run over a mile and look after her. And that's what Ryan did. So if the Tassies was 7, she'd have ran there, and then she'd have came here. But listen, it all went well, and like she came out of the race well, and Ryan looked after her in the Guineas so that she wasn't bottom. So that means when she came home, she was always going to come forward and improve if she came home okay. So listen, you never know what's the right thing. You always decide to do things. Sometimes it doesn't go right, but long term it can turn out as the right thing. Sometimes you think it's the right thing, and long term it can be the wrong thing. Yeah. So listen, it's day by day, and you make a decision, and that's all you can do. I've always found you have to make a decision and do it, and then if it's wrong, who knows, but that's the decision you made on the day. So that was the way it was with her, and like obviously the way she won today, it didn't look like it was any harm to her anyway.
And you were very aggressive with her campaign last year. She ran so much because she obviously got so much out of her racing. Was there ever the worry that she's ever going to be as good as 3 as she was at 2?
You're never sure about that, but it's the people at home that mind them and look after them and get them to come forward and help them through all the things, but you're never sure. Like listen, none of us know about tomorrow what way we're going to feel, so let alone horses. So you're never sure. Some horses are not as good at 3 at 2, and people say they didn't train on, but there's always a reason, and like sometimes we control the reason, sometimes we don't, and all we do is try to do our best, and then whatever happens after that. But who knows what control or who does all that. But sometimes they do improve, sometimes they go back. So she was a big physical, she's a great pedigree, and usually the ones that have good pedigrees usually get better as you train them and as they get older, if everything stays right with them.
And talking about getting better as they get older, just quickly on Los Angeles, who I felt might have been in the shadows of City of Troy last year, and now he can show exactly what he's capable of. He is gritty and he's determined. He must be a fun horse to train.
Yeah, he's a big powerhouse, and obviously physically he was always going to get better. He's a big relaxed horse, so you never really know how much is in there with him. We were over the moon with him last year all the time. He was third in the arc and everything went wrong on him. He was left in front and he didn't like being there all the time. All he was doing was waiting. And if you go back and look at it, the distance didn't change at all when they went by him. So we felt he was going to be a serious horse this year if he got through the winter and got through the spring, which they always don't, but he did. And like Wayne rides him work all the time, Alan rides him out, does an incredible job on him, Andrews and Edmund are in charge of him. So yeah, he's a unique big horse. As a physical, like he's incredible, and he should get better as every month goes by.
Yeah, he's wonderful. You've won 2 classics already this season. My question for you, we've got the Derby coming up next. Who's at the top of your list at present?
I'm not sure, the lads haven't decided yet, but I would think the horse that won in Chester, the Vaz, is a strong possibility. The horse that won the Dante is a strong possibility. The horse that ran the horse that ran the Dante was strong possibility, and the horse that won the Dernstown, they're very strong possibilities, all 3. And then whether the lads add to them or subtract, I'm not sure, but at the moment I would say those 3 horses are very strong on the list at the moment.
Ballydor's a fun place to be in at the moment. Well done, Aidan. Congratulations.
Thanks, Jess. Pleasure.